Welcome to the PA Collegiate Speed Chess Championship. This is the last match of the quarterfinals. We have Mike2414, Michael from Moravian University, and Mr. Mathman3, my man Mr. Mathman3, which is Spencer from CMU. Hey Jeffrey in the chat, how you doing? How you doing? We have me, Nathan, as one of the commentators, and Chris from Lehigh University. He's currently away from the screen, but he'll be back soon as the match just started.
He'll be back very soon.
Oh my God, you're here!
So soon.
Cool.
He's back.
Okay, and then let me get the timer on the screen as well while we're talking here. Do you have the games pulled up, Chris?
I do indeed. Oh, I should start. Mr. Mathman 3 is Spencer's username. That's very impressive.
Yeah, I actually don't know what his major in. I assume math.
The username does give that indication, I must say.
But
it seems like Michael's playing his usual English here.
English stuff. I've been playing.
He's playing this a little more Catalan style than I'm used to, but I like his position a lot. So looks like good stuff. I'm turning the engine off so that everything I could say can be completely false.
Nice.
Just throw it in that little caveat there.
Nice, yeah. People.
D2, just keeping the bishop there.
So it looks like Spencer went for like a D5, E6 like type of setup against it.
He played like a QGD against C4, and now he has Michael expanding in the center. Wow, E4. I like this a lot. I was wondering if the knight should go to B6 instead. Maybe now Michael can try to annoy his opponent. Maybe with something. Yeah.
Wow. Whoa. Pin
City.
City.
It looks like E5 will come if black castles and everything is pinned. Okay, so bishop E7.
That makes a lot of sense.
Might be forced. How is there knight D4 now? Idea castles knight C6, but then queen E8. Knight E5. Ah, an even stronger version. Okay. Although if castles, does Michael have a win? Oh, it seems he does. It seems like if his opponent castles, he'll play knight to c6, which forces queen e8 to defend the bishop, and then he'll trade the bishop off with knight takes e7, and then play e5. But anyway, his opponent goes for queen b6. Spencer trying out queen b6. So at the very least, white has knight takes d7, which should just be a very significant edge for white, practically winning.
The timer doesn't want to work. Hope I can get it on the stream here in a second.
Maybe my borderline winning was a bit of a strong assessment here. Bishop takes d7, maybe there's e5. Okay, his opponent chooses to allow bishop takes e7 and king takes. This is very interesting.
Cool, awesome. And also, side note, the timer is on the stream now. So 42 minutes left of the first time control. Yippee. Everything's working today. This is awesome.
This is great stuff.
Yeah, it looked kind of scary for black in the opening, but it looks a lot more fine now.
More fine, maybe. Yeah, it could be. I'm scared as black, right? I'm very scared because my king is on e7. It feels like it has this normal lasting pressure that you get in the Catalan. Right. Okay. Queen d2, rook d8. I mean, yeah. Now his idea is Spencer's idea. That is queen g5, king f8, right? And maybe the king is escaping. Michael needs to actually prove something. Interesting. king f8. Maybe white simply chooses to double on the d file, but it actually doesn't seem like he has that much anymore. I wonder where the advantage slipped. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna rewind the game. Instant rewind. There's Pin City, but then knight
Pin City,
e5,
if you will.
and yeah, I don't know. It seems pretty. All the moves seem pretty natural, and he does still have that pressure. But I assume knight f6 at some point, maybe. I don't know if you ever do want to play knight f6.
Yeah, knight f6. I mean, I'm struggling to see what's wrong with it right now. Knight f6. Maybe some e5 you could be
Ooh.
afraid of. Okay, h6 first makes a lot of sense. Kick the queen out. Michael trying to keep pressure, but it's difficult.
So you know a lot about Michael, but I guess judging from the fact that you didn't know the username, that you don't know much about Spencer.
No, I know nothing about. I've never seen Spencer play. Nope.
Wow. Okay.
I know that his USCF is 2000 something because of the posts, and I guess I know now that he chooses to play e6 d5. But other than that, no, I know nothing about him. So I'm interested to see what opening choices he'll make in this match.
Yeah, it's interesting because I also go for like e6 d5 stuff more recently against like C English stuff, and like I usually get really bad positions in middle games. but
Right.
so I need to I should be I'm gonna be keeping a close eye on how Spencer handles these positions because he's better than me, so gotta learn. Gotta learn.
He is very strong. Yeah, he is very strong. Looks like White wants to make a big pass deep on. That could be a strength or weakness in these kinds of positions. It's somewhat hard to tell, but in this case, with White's pieces so well placed, it doesn't seem like it can be anything but a strength. Although Black is not forced into it, Black can play something like maybe Queen c5. Queen c5 actually has a nice little trap attached, right? Because knight takes f6, it looks like there's Queen c1.
Oh, Queen C1,
Could
yeah.
actually pick up the exchange. Yeah, fork the rook rather than... Okay, rook d8 is another way of doing this.
Whoa.
Wait, the queen is hanging.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I was like,
Oops.
I,
Oh no! He had me
I,
fooled. He had me fooled, honestly.
yeah, I was just like,
so fooled.
I was trying to think, just like, why is this okay? Why-
Although, if I'm Michael, my queen is trapped. Okay, the white's plan will be g4, queen g3, and a very, very simple
Okay.
game ender. Okay, maybe instead actually just knight d5, something like this. You know what I mean? Get some pieces off the board.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Wow, rook d8.
Yeah, I don't know if Spencer should like resign the game or play out a few more moves quickly because precious match clock is burning.
The precious mat. Yeah, it seems like it would be beneficial for Spencer to have more games, right? Being the underdog, but I'm not sure this early in the match it matters so much.
Yeah, hard to tell.
Yeah, I'm expecting knight d5 from white. Maybe that's just me. Practically forces bishop takes d5 from black because note that on black's knight takes d5, white will not recapture, but will instead play queen d8 with checkmate.
Oh,
That's a nice one.
yep, that is that is a nice one.
Looks like bishop d5, e d5, rook b2 will probably happen. Oh, rook takes f2. Okay, I underestimated this. This is nice. With a pre-moved recapture. Very professional.
Very
Spencer,
very professional. He's got to keep these pre moves up.
Extremely professional. He does. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any hope for black here, though. I have a hard time seeing a national master lose a position like this. But you never know; it could happen. Queen h5.
True.
Yes, finally the queen comes out of this
Jail. This prison
of this
cell.
jail. Yes, as you so accurately put it, Queen D1 will threaten Mate in 1 on D8. And now it is Black whose pieces are trapped. I'm curious as to why Michael is spending so much time here. I would never want to get myself in time pressure, especially not in a situation like this, but maybe both players are just figuring out the nerves, you know. Okay, Black chooses to finally resign.
Yeah, I mean
His first opening choice.
it's crazy how there was literally no moves to make. So you know,
Yeah, it seems like it. He is testing Michael's time on off. Let's see, will White play? I mean, Knight C3 is by far the most common move in this position. I would imagine, right? E5 simply hangs the pawn to okay, he chooses, okay, bishop d3. He chooses a slightly quirkier line. Knight c6. It looks like something like knight takes c6 would be quite normal from White, unless White wants to play some approach with c3. I'm not sure. I don't know where this bishop d3 is going. Maybe White is just trying to get out of theory.
oh, bishop d3.
Possible.
Huh.
Yeah, a little strange. Michael chose a strange move order, right? Usually in that time on of Black will play knight c6 instead of knight f6 to develop the queen's knight first. Knight back to f3. Wow. White is going very unorthodox. Maybe Black can just d5 right away. I mean, there's no reason not to.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Takes d5, yeah, and
wow. Yeah, it seems like a very solid position. So
for Black, definitely, yeah. Okay, so White chooses to go into the IQP position.
my worst nightmare.
Your worst nightmare, IQP? That's funny. It seems like Black will have enough play here, though. You know, with a nasty pin on bishop g4.
The bishop pair.
The bishop pair, very important. Two bishops.
Bishops, the bees.
If White wants to be very aggressive, he can play Black. Black wants to be very aggressive, he can play f5, f4, but I don't know. I wouldn't go for that.
Yeah, that seems very committal.
That's probably too frisky of an idea from me. Yeah, something normal like bishop f6. And in these types of positions, if you're playing Black with the IQP, you really want to try to utilize the c4 and e4 squares, or as Michael does, simply get rid of the IQP. Right? He doesn't want it anymore.
Yes.
And it looks like after the dust settles, probably he will have some sort of advantage. That being Black.
Yeah, very timely time to do it because of the pin on the knight.
Yeah, although h3 is very nice from White.
Oh, I need to get my laptop charger.
White will simply have a worse version of this endgame. Very slightly, though. I mean, with best play, it's hard to see this not being a draw, right? Both players have three pawns on each side. Rook d2, very active for Michael. Yeah, it looked like White just had, maybe just snagged a pawn on a7, right? Because if Black takes on b2, then there'll be Rook b1 and Rook takes b7. But so Michael chooses to go for activity instead. Probably smart. Will Spencer be able to keep his extra pawn? That's the real question.
Yeah, how do you? It seems impossible to keep it.
It does. It doesn't seem very likely that the extra pawn will get. Although he can try something. Yes, he can try something like b4. Rook takes a2. Put the bishop on c5.
Wait, that's a bit. Oh.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No, he needed the other move order. Bishop c5 and then Rook c7.
Yeah, he accidentally mixed it up.
He has a good chance of winning the pawn, but all right. So we see the same opening that we saw in the first game. With this open, Michael goes for queen a4 right away. I wonder if this was some sort of prep on his part.
Yeah, wait, this is
queen c2. Okay, so we have some sort of
This is different from the
Sorry.
first game, right?
Oh, how so?
Oh, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. That was a question, not a statement. So, okay.
Oh, your question. Okay, understood. Yeah.
Oh, hmm.
So a knight seems to be coming to c6
That seems
very
pretty good.
quickly. I agree. Seems quite good. Seems also like quite a good move, right? Bishop takes b7. The most obvious continuation. Okay, so knight c6 right away. But maybe if I'm black, I'm happy to see this. Spencer can now play bishop d6 in castle. Or if he really wants to start going after Michael, he can now play h5, h4. But he chooses not to.
Center control.
Probably a good choice. Michael takes the entire center, right? He just
Principled.
very principled. That is the principled approach.
Is he deciding whether to go d5 or to take?
Can Michael play f4 here?
Yo.
With the very concrete idea that if the pawn on e5 moves, I will play e5 regardless. Regardless of which pawn you take, I will play e5.
Wow, that is a fun move to play. I actually.
That's very bold.
F4. He does it. He does it. He does it.
He goes for it.
Wow.
F4.
Yeah. Excellent find by both of you.
Maybe black can take on f4 and upon e5, maybe just play knight takes e5 and say he has a bunch of pawns for the piece, but I honestly don't buy it. I don't buy it, I must say. f4 seems to really be putting it to black.
Yeah, I don't see,
Yeah.
and although like in that line where like like takes on f4 and then knight takes on e5, like it's still like even if the king doesn't have that many pawns in front of his king, like it still looks hard to attack. Like his king looks still pretty safe. So
Agreed. White's pieces are gonna become strong quite quickly, right? Knight c3, knight d5 is coming from white. Centralize the rooks. Yeah, it seems like Spencer overlooked this move, which I can't even blame him. That this is a really hard one.
yeah, that's like a left hook to the face. Like you're a feint, a duck, and a left hook.
Yeah, seriously. He's looking for any way to try to save it, but maybe you have to take on f4. Maybe you can try e takes f4, and if white plays e5, just take on g3.
Yeah, I think.
Just really try to rip open white's king, and yeah, this is what Spencer plays.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Entertaining game. Yeah, Michael could even choose between taking on d6 and actually just taking back on g3, but he chooses to take the bishop immediately. He plays some simple chess. I would advise knight c3 or bishop g5 from white. That's just my
But free pawn.
here. I would not play queen takes d6. I would not be a pawn grabber. I want to get my pieces out. Right?
Free
pawn. This is what we teach beginners, right? Get your pieces out. So I would play something like bishop g5.
Yes, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and if white gets a normal position, just with extra pieces, I mean he will very simply win. Technically, black has 3 connecting pass pawns, but it looks like white will be quite convincing.
Wow. Yeah, actually, bishop g5 looks so powerful. Like just also.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pin. It feels like the pawn's gonna be doubled at some point.
Bishop back to f3, allowing no counterplay. This bishop on f3 very nicely corrals the knight on f6.
Wow.
Right, it controls that knight's every forward square.
Yeah.
Right, queen b6, bishop e3. And that knight on d7 is also very powerfully controlled by the pawn on d4. Or is it? Can black play knight to e5?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks like he probably could. So what type of player is Michael? Would you call him a more positional player? Because from this game, it kind of looks like it.
Wow, that's a good question. Yeah, if you asked me a long time ago, and I'm sure Michael will be watching this, so I don't insult him. But if you asked me a long time ago, I would have said You know, more of a tactical player, right? He's super tactically sharp. He plays this, you know, he plays this Taimanov with black. He's played it for a long time. He played e4 for a long time with white. But nowadays, you know, as white, he's playing these positions. You know, he's going c4, d4, knight f3, g3. I mean, he's playing these really these very how do you say, maybe just positional openings, right? He's going for a really tiny edge with white and just trying to outplay his opponent. So seems like he's become a lot more well-rounded.
That's interesting.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe everything. Can that be my answer? Universal style?
Yes, yes, that can be. And also just to note that Spencer did do your idea of 95, and then
95, yeah,
and
pretty
then
strong.
hippity hoppity his knights all over, and now he's doubling his rooks. So Michael
I'm not
has
even sure white is white better anymore? I probably not. No, I mean
yeah, because if you go
black has. Sorry, go on.
oh no, I was just saying like if you go rook d1, then black will probably double and threaten rook e2, right?
Oh yeah,
And how are you
agreed.
dealing
Fully agreed.
with this? You still haven't gotten your knight into the game. Oh, queen trade.
D5. Not sure if I buy it. It looks like black will simply win the d5 pawn, right? Like black can even just trade queens, play rook d4,
Huh?
and upon knight c3, play b4.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is a good part of that sequence. EB4.
If I'm white, maybe instead of d5, I play knight c3. I really just want to get my pieces out, but yeah, even then the d4 pawn just falls. Maybe including a check on g4 as well by black, but
Yeah. If I was, even though like trading queens, like you said, probably would lead to you winning the D5 pawn. Like fundamentally, if I'm in this position, I'd be like, I can't trade queens here. I'd be like, I
you
gotta
may be
be,
totally right.
yeah.
Maybe black should play queen d8, right? I mean, excuse me, queen d8 with the threat of queen g5 actually looks quite powerful.
Yeah, that does look pretty good.
Right? Queen g5 would essentially end the game on the spot if it were allowed. And in
Oh, does
black's
it?
favor. Queen d he plays it. Queen d8, he plays your idea. Yeah.
So,
Okay, now I mean h5 from black or queen
oh,
h4, like
wow.
super strong.
Yeah.
Super strong. Where does my
I
d4
love
play?
Queen
I guess
H5 because it also cuts out
h2.
the king. Queen H5 also cuts out the F2 square from the king.
Indeed.
So
Yeah.
that's really neat.
Yeah, this queen h4 move is quite strong. You know, I mean, queen h, yeah, you kind of have to, but not looking good for Michael. This seems like it's Spencer's chance to get on the board.
And then Queen G5. Oh, he did it. Oh my gosh.
Wow, you're predicting their moves. Look at you.
Dude, wow.
Okay, so it seems like white must play something like knight d2, something like knight c3.
But yeah, the queen is lost though, right? But I guess he's down a piece for a bunch of pawns.
Yeah, yeah,
The
you're right. No, you're right. The queen is. How can we save the queen? I mean, it looks like rook f3 will fail the queen c1 check. How do we save the queen? Wow.
so wow. So
Okay,
wait.
rook g1. Rook g1. There's queen takes d5. Queen takes d5. Game over.
Oh,
Maybe I'm speaking too soon.
wait. I didn't even think about rook G1. Yeah, because
Yeah, I should pause because queen takes d5, rook g2. My intuition said black will break through immediately, but
but yeah, I don't see it either. So
yet I don't see it. Agreed. Hmm. And we can't just play a super calm move like rook e8 from black because white will play knight c3, defend the back rank with tempo against the queen.
ah, yeah. Wait.
In any case, black will have a very favorable endgame, but
And time's ticking. Oh,
b4. Oh,
whoa,
that is class.
wow.
That is class.
That is.
Two. Yeah, looks like knight d2 anyway, but
And then rookie two's coming, right? Like that's the next one. But
yeah, that's the final.
oh,
Okay, rook c1 is tricky, right? Because if black is tempted to play something like trade everything on g2 and rook e2, then he will fall for back rank mate. But a very cool, calm, and collected g6. Just, I mean, Michael can resign essentially. Knight f1 maybe if he's trying to play on.
Oh man, knight f1
Knight
looks.
f1. There is still rook e2. I mean,
Yeah,
no
it's
rest. There's no rest. If he can survive into the end game, he might as well play on hook. Okay, what is
so
this plan? Rook e2, rook
okay.
g1. I see. I see.
That makes sense.
Queen e4. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. What moves does he have? Okay.
Rook takes b2. Very calm. Wow.
Wow.
Rook takes b2. No need to rush at all.
Wow, I love the way Spencer is executing this.
Queen h3, rook h4. Game over.
Nice.
My gosh.
Okay, Spencer is on the
Super
board.
impressive stuff from Spencer.
Okay,
He's on the board
I.
after essentially hanging a piece. It seemed like Michael must have had a better way to. And Michael switches. He switches to e5. This is interesting.
Hey.
Spencer chooses to transpose into an Italian. 94. Will Michael play? Oh, the bishop c5 line. Okay. All right, he's going for the pawn sack line.
Wow. Wow. But
I
just.
believe in this position you can just castle as black. But okay, he chooses bishop d7. Sorry, go on.
Oh well, I was just gonna say just to note that like I just want to highlight the importance of like the lower rated player like needs to strike back very early on, covering the round of 16 and some of the other like quarterfinal matches. Like if the lower rated player doesn't strike back and try to maintain an equal score, like the high rated player like almost always runs away with it. So these early games are super important.
Yeah. You really don't want to lose the first 3 games in a row. That seems like it would be disastrous in a match.
Yeah,
Oh
we
wait.
yeah, the only
The
comeback
joke
we've
of
had
choice.
is like you and you and Ethan.
Yes.
Which
I lost 2 to 3 games in a row to start each section. In fact, which was just great.
yeah, yeah, very
Not
dramatic,
nerve-wracking
very
whatsoever.
dramatic. And okay, Spencer plays the same things as me, and this is very scary. Why do we play the same thing? This is it's just he's
Oh,
like
this is what you play as what?
yeah, yeah. I had my this opening against you, although you played a different response, so
I
slightly
think I
different.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
White's trying to finesse a little bit. He's trying to play some positional chess. Looks like he will have to deal with an isolated e pawn. Maybe he goes b4 definitely.
Nice. I love that
I'm
outpost
getting
for the
very
knight.
positional vibes. Me too. Seems like Spencer wants to play a nice positional game.
Yeah, and like judging from how calm and cool and collected he was in converting that end game from the previous game, it seems like I don't know. Like Michael may have some good positional attributes, but I guess so does Spencer. I guess these high rated
So does
players,
Spencer.
you know, they're all so
They do.
good.
They have to do everything, right? And if we recall, I mean, Spencer didn't even have, you know, lost positions in the first 2 games. I mean, it was just one move blunders, right? He
Yeah.
he hung a queen one game, hung a piece the next game, right? So
Well, that's a good point. That is a very good point.
he could just be, just shaking off the nerves, right? It happens to everyone.
Yes, I know for sure. Wait,
Bishop e4.
what's
Oh,
what's the idea of that?
these. This is the kind of thing Michael sees, right? The idea is knight takes e4. Black will not take, but he'll play queen takes e5, and the knight will be pinned. Very interesting. This is what I'm talking about. The kind of little tactical thing that makes it very,
You know
very annoying. But
that
e6, okay.
well, I was gonna say the tiny tactical things reminds me so much of Mitch. Like, Mitch also
Uh,
really does all of that. Like, he's so tricky. Like,
yeah.
he also plays the English type of Catalan like type of positions, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just like he comes up with all these little tricks, and like it's just able to like, man, it's okay. So it's kind of interesting to see some overlap between Michael and Mitch
Yes, he
there.
does. Yeah, the masters are very, they're just good at everything, right? And I mean, white here is calculating knight takes e7. I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of is that it works, but I'm sure he's calculating it. Knight d7 looks like it would force rook takes f1, and
Yes.
rook takes f1. And what should black play there? Maybe black just plays the very simple rook a8. So white chooses not to go for it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It is much past my bedtime. 10:30, very late.
Uh,
Um,
yeah.
I
You're,
just,
you're, you're
however,
gonna you're gonna see some yawns from me too coming up. Yeah.
Very funny. Yeah, it's crazy the players chose to do this match so late, but the chess cannot stop.
Thank you, Kai Kuma XO, for those cat emojis. I like that.
Yeah, I just looked. I'm not sure who that is, but
That
loving
is
the the pop Nemo emoji. That's excellent. That's
that
we love the support.
that is my girlfriend. Hi Kai.
Oh, okay, okay. One of our three viewers. This is excellent.
This is excellent. 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 Okay. So
Truly, truly excellent. A funny move here is knight d7, queen takes e6, queen f8. That would be the funny continuation. However,
no.
of course, Michael will not play. Although knight d7 has some merit, right? You're threatening queen takes c7 on the next turn.
Yeah.
That would be quite funny. I would
Yeah.
not go for it as white, just to be clear.
I
Be
I
very tough,
absolutely would in a heartbeat. I actually would not be thinking about it. I would be
knight
like,
d7.
yeah.
There you go.
I'd be like, ooh.
The problem is probably black just plays something like h6 and is again threatening e6.
Yep, and he does play h6
Okay,
indeed.
so
So
Michael stops it. Looks like Michael's going to counterpunch here, right? Like rook a2, he's coming into the 7th rank. It's unclear how white can get the pawn forward. Although you know what they say, the queen is the worst blockader. So if we could find some way
h5,
to
h4. I don't know.
push this queen, I do like h5, h4 from white. No, definitely. h5 is very annoying because if this bishop abandons the h5 e8 diagonal, rook f7 will come in and just end the game. That's just signing score sheets, right? So Michael has to stop it. h5.
Oh, that is a dog, not a cat. Okay, never mind. My bad.
Oh, it's a dog. Oh, my sincerest apologies.
Okay.
Very funny.
Oh wow. So
Actually, it looks quite like a dog.
wow.
All right.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, h4, h5, h5 by black, and then Michael declines the queen trade.
Well, remember the queen is the only thing blockading that e pawn. Interesting. G3. Okay, now I mean, if I'm black, I desperately want to play rook a2. D4.
Wow.
Yeah, rook a2 I don't think is so good. We don't really want to abandon the 8th rank, but d4, you've got to open white's king, right? That's black's main advantage. Black's king is very safe with this, bishop on g6, pawn on g7, pawn on
Oh,
h5, covering it.
what a timely move.
But white's king, yeah, no, seriously, Michael has been really good so far at finding these well-timed breaks. White is harassing black for the queen trade, even at the cost of the c3 pawn.
I don't know. Even though you said black is the only, or the queen is like the only thing like stopping the pawn, it feels like the e8 square is well under control by the bishop.
You're right. No, you're totally right.
So although the knight on d6.
Can black simply play rook e8 now? Okay, probably rook e8, rook e1 will come. Oh, maybe this is not ideal. My problem is rook e8, and now upon rook e1, maybe black will play the move c2.
Yeah, that
It seems
looks.
like black has to play the move c2 there, because if you attack the e pawn again with something like bishop f5, white will play e7,
Yeah,
and
and
takes d6 is unstoppable.
yeah, and c2 comes with the threat of rook takes e6, right? Deflecting the rook away.
Very true.
So
Very true. So c2 seems to be the one here. Got to go for it. This is very accurate from Michael. C2.
we also see Michael playing
Gotta
pretty
see you have
fast,
that.
faster than Spencer.
Okay, rook takes e6. Agreed. Yeah, Michael's putting some pressure on the clock. Okay, now rook e2. If black can play the move rook d2 and Okay, maybe rook h2 would be more precise now, or bishop d3.
Wow.
Very good. Very strong. Yep. Black's only problem is, yes, the fact that the knight controls the c1 square. But perhaps the knight can be kicked away with something like bishop c4. Right now, that looks like it wins a piece, but I'm not sure if black has anything stronger.
Yeah.
He chooses to go for it.
Keep it simple. Win a piece.
Keep it simple, indeed. Takes d5. Sorry, c6. Rook takes c6. Now, black has to be careful because of white's passed b pawn, right? But it seems like black should be able to squeeze the full point out of this one. Oh, he gives the h5 pawn with check. I wonder why it was not taken. I'm not sure. Okay, now it is taken. Now rook g5. White, in serious time pressure, needs to find a way to defend b4, but it does not look like one exists. And this is very safe from black.
Man.
Very safe. Just take the b pawn. And black, you notice black is playing super quickly. Michael's really trying to put the pressure on the clock, even though he has a full minute. G6, king f7, king f5. White is pretending to make threats, but what to do, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Michael is playing quickly here to help grow his advantage in the match situation. So
now you always want to look if you can trade into the king and pawn in the game, and here it seems like you can.
yes, keep it simple.
Although, okay, maybe not. Maybe h6 would come. You don't want to allow that. I don't know. Yeah, you don't even want to have to calculate it. So Michael makes the right choice.
Oh man.
Okay, rook, bishop, and pawn versus rook should be very simple. The king will escape the checks, force the white king off of the d2 square, and slowly but surely the pawn will promote. Michael's giving us a master class here. A master class. I do not see what's wrong with rook a2, yes?
Thank you, Kai. Good night. And thank you. So yeah, where is the
How does
breakthrough?
black break the blockade?
Oh, yeah, yeah. We had the same thought. Like wait, how do they actually pull through here? You get
Don't allow a three-fold here if you're black.
oh yeah, you could accidentally allow one, yeah. But I think Michael won't. But I don't know.
How do we do it?
Man,
If we could somehow get the bishop off of this e2 square, right? If we could find an opportune time that we could move it away and not allow white to take on d3, it would be quite nice. But as it is right now, it looks like the king is cut off, so Michael just breaks the king.
Wow, he all the way down.
Bad.
Wait,
all the way down, right? Oh, and the rook. Oh, very unfortunate. Extremely unfortunate. Oh. Wow.
These
Another opening switch. Oh my gosh, we're just right into it.
the Caro, Mr. Mathman 3.
The Caro. Will he? Okay, the queen b6 line.
Isn't this like the there's some like caveman variation?
I will admit to knowing some theory here, being a former Caro player myself. Something like this.
But now you're a traitor. You're a Sicilian Nightorf player.
For a long time. I am not a Nightorf player.
Oh wait, you're not?
No, definitely not.
Oh, you just play e5 now.
E5.
Oh wait, whoops.
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Oh my god, mate.
Wait, I blinked. I thought mate on d8.
Yeah. You missed it.
Yeah.
Mate on d8. Oh my god, I can't believe it was allowed. Oh no, Spencer on full tilt.
Oh, same thing as before. This is the same.
Oh no. Okay, so he repeats this strange line. I wonder if black can play knight b4. Would that be, just take the bishop here quickly? instead of this d5. If I'm white, I'd like to play a3 and c4. That's an idea that would come to mind for me.
A3 and C4. That makes a lot of
Stop
sense.
this annoying.
Oh,
Stop this annoying knight b4, then expand.
he's repeating the IQP.
The exact same thing. The IQP. Yeah, Michael was okay. So white plays a little wrinkle, right? He chooses h3 not to allow bishop g4. But it seems like Michael will go for the same plan here.
If C3, do you go D4 immediately? Like just train it off immediately? I don't know.
If c3, do you play d4 immediately? Yeah, I mean, you certainly can. Black chooses to get his pieces out first, and yeah, Spencer controls the d4 square. So now d4 would not be advisable by black.
But then you could give white the IQP. Aha.
Aha, but you'd have to sacrifice the pawn for it, so, you know.
Worth it. Okay.
All right. You're a real IQP hater, aren't
you? Yeah, it's an inside joke.
Be a good thing. All right, Michael, very principled. Extreme. Oh, it's an inside joke. Gotcha. Very principled for Michael here, taking the two bishops, keeping the IQP, but also keeping the more active pieces. Right? These
bishop pair.
White's knights are struggling to find where they should go. If you play knight a b5 from white, you'll simply be met with a6, and the knight will be forced to retreat. Okay, so knight to d3. Black would love to start a kingside attack here. I wonder how, though.
Yeah, the bishops would need to be pointing the opposite direction.
Yeah, a5 from black.
Oh.
Yeah, it would be nice, right? Having the bishops on, you know, like d6 and c8 or something, right? Or b8 and c8 even. But as it is, the bishops are pointing toward the queen side, so black chooses to play on the queen side, right? a5, queen takes b2 coming. It's a big threat. Yeah, I mean, if you force white to play something super awkward like queen c1,
that is
very good. I mean, this just allows rook e2, right? Maybe you're hit with knight d4 if you play rook e2, but no, I mean rook e2, either knight to d4, bishop takes d4. And if the knight takes back, there will be queen takes b2, and if the pawn takes back, the knight on. Oh yeah. I guess knight c takes d4. Bishop takes d4, pawn takes. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so Michael chooses not to go for it. He just plays h6, idea bishop g5. It's a very nice one. Just making rooks as well.
Wow. Yeah, playing for bishop g5 there. That's amazing. And we see 3 minutes left of the first time control. So this could be the last game. Most likely it will be.
Yeah.
So, of the first time control. So.
Could be it.
Could be it.
Looks like no matter what.
Oh, man, this is so ugly.
Michael have taken the first time control. Oh, rook e2. I mean, come on. I guess there is knight d4. Wow, but rook e2 is too tempting not to play. Will Michael have to retreat? And black resigns. He resigns because white will play. Sorry, white resigns because white will have to play knight takes e2, and then there will be queen takes f2.
Oh, queen takes f2. Oh,
queen g2 mate. Wow. I didn't even see that.
No, I didn't even see that either.
So I stand corrected when I say that'll be the last game of the first segment.
Yeah. The quick resign there. So.
And we see another opening we haven't seen. Michael playing knight f3 and b3.
Nimzo Larson stuff.
Something like that.
Something like that.
But a more principled version, right? Because you start with knight f3.
Oh yes.
Stop any e5 nonsense.
Oh man, look at all that pawn tension in the center. We got the whole squad on here. The whole squad. Right?
Yeah, maybe just rook c1 for Mike, keep the tension. That would be my first instinct. But perhaps there's something concrete. Not sure. It's tough when you always have to calculate a lot.
Wow,
okay, chooses
queen c1.
f3.
Huh.
Very interesting.
So is that to meet C takes D4 with either with knight takes D4, or like what why prioritize breaking the pin?
It's a great question. Maybe Michael was worried about knight takes d2.
Oh, that
Right? Every
also makes
picture has this
sense.
knight takes d2, queen takes d2, bishop takes.
Okay.
But to be honest, I'm not so worried. I don't know. Maybe I should be. I don't know. I find it difficult to see myself getting mated there as white, but you never know. No reason to allow your opponent to make these risks. And now black has to choose how he will play. Because maybe now white's idea is knight takes d4. So he chooses to take on f3. I imagine we'll see some sort of bishop d6 or bishop e7 from black in the coming future.
Okay. Shredding open. Whoa.
Wow, CD. CD from Michael.
All right. Oh, and the timer is over for the first time control. So after this game,
All right.
the players can take an optional 5-minute break, which I assume they will take. I assume they will take.
Yeah, it seems like it's probably the smart decision to take it.
But I don't know. We've
Like,
seen players
yeah, I guess
decline
we
them a
have
lot.
seen, a match or two, right? Now, to be very clear, black is not threatening c takes d4, no matter how much Prince would like to play it, because it will hang the queen. So white uses this time to play f3. Interesting. That's very committal, kicking the knight out, but it is black's best piece after all.
That makes sense.
Spencer chooses not to put the knight on g3. Probably he thinks it'll get a little stranded after just, something simple like rook e1.
Yeah, keep it simple. Centralize some pieces.
If I'm black, I play bishop e7, I imagine.
Hanging pawn
not worried about-
structure.
Yeah, hanging pawns. Yep, that's true. White will try to pressure them.
I know, so many positional concepts. But
You do. Look at you. Knight f4. Speaking of pressure, right?
Wow.
Pressure the base of the pawn chain. It's black has no light squared bishop, so it seems difficult for Spencer to keep this one. Queen c5. I mean, rook d1 is screaming to be played.
Yeah, absolutely.
Screaming.
And yeah, it doesn't seem to be any way to defend that pawn at all. So
And it does not. Maybe there's the more tactical b4. That might be what Michael's considering. But now rook d1. I mean.
it's amazing to see how useful the queen is on c1. Like it's controlling
Wow.
e3. It's
right.
having that pin. Like, man, Michael saw all this.
What I'm sure he did. I'm sure when he played Queen C1 on move 12, he knew that these 7 moves would happen.
Absolutely.
Said, wow, look, my E3 pawn will be defended. That's what happened. Interesting. It's a good one.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're allowing rook takes.
Yeah. So you get that in.
Blunder from black. Rook E5.
Oh no. Okay.
Piece.
And as a reminder, once
rook
this game
D1,
is
bishop
over,
D4, break the pin.
Yeah, as a reminder, once the yep,
I can resign.
yep, okay, I'm gonna talk to the players for a second here.
You tell them. Very nice. So the players we heard there will take the break.
Yeah, of course. By the way, Chris, you could hear that. You could hear me talking to them, but the audience couldn't. I muted my mic there. So yeah.
Okay, so maybe my of course was not warranted.
Of course, but
Right.
so yeah. But how have you felt about the game so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say anything with a score of 6-1 other than the higher rated player has been quite dominant, as we've seen in a lot of these matches.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Spencer's one victory came from. Now it was a very well played game by him, but if you recall, he was down a piece. He was down a piece for what we thought was very little compensation. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Michael, it seemed, just lost the thread a little bit in that game. And then, to Spencer's credit, he really took the reins, right? He really put that game away
Yeah.
in emphatic style. But yeah, just too many one move blunders from Spencer.
In the end game,
right?
Yeah, in the end game, and like especially the first two
Yeah.
games where it seemed equal-ish, and then like suddenly, like out of nowhere, I was like, no,
Game just ends. I mean, hanging queen d8 mate. Like, I'm sure on move 10. I'm sure he's kicking himself. I'd like to go back and see that game. I didn't even get to see what happened.
Yeah. Let me actually rewind there because was not expecting that to happen so quickly. So let's see here if I can pull it up.
Black was on autopilot a little bit.
No, this is
Black
not
was on autopilot. White played this capture on c5. Black takes back immediately, missing White's threat of queen d8, unfortunately.
Yep, and just to show the stream from start to finish. Okay, c5, c4. Whoa, this is cool stuff. Yeah, when I used to play like bishop f5 in the advanced, I've looked at some of these lines and they look so much fun and so wild. Okay, okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, for a long time I played this against Michael.
Wow, man, out of nowhere. Yeah, c takes. Man. Yeah, it happens. It happens. So, all right.
It does.
I actually don't know much about how their bullet ratings and how they compare to their blitz and what's the difference between them.
No idea. I will tell you, Michael does play bullet, and he's quite strong.
So Spencer is 2350 in bullet.
He's quite good at it.
And Michael is 2350 in bullet. Wait. Wait, we could see. Okay, if Spencer can can lower the gap to like 3,
yeah,
then like 3, it's gonna be tough. But he does. He could make a comeback in the blitz. In the bullet. I mean, so yeah, we'll see. So we could see like, but of course, as Mitch was saying when he was commentating the last quarterfinals or the quarterfinals before that, that the +1 increment, it really throws people off. Like it's not you can't really gain time with a +1 second.
It's nothing.
It's like, but it's something like you could.
It's practically nothing.
But it's not 0.
It's just you can't dirty flag your opponent.
Yes,
but it is not 0.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like so the time format does make things a little bit different, and yeah. So I'm interested to see the bullet. The bullet's gonna be the most fun. I did not realize that they're like almost neck and neck in bullet. Although I don't know how often they play bullet. So.
No idea. Yeah, we should do one of these where it's just bullet. That's what I think. We just do a bullet championship.
That's
next year.
Yeah, I will definitely
get rid of the blitz. It's just bullet.
Yeah, 45 minutes of 1+1, 30 minutes of 1+1 again.
Exactly.
Correct. Yeah,
or we go like 2+1 to 1+1 to 1-0.
Oh.
Or 1+1 to 1-0 to 30 seconds. Something like that. That'd be funny.
Hyper bullet, dude. Oh man.
We just you play 5 minutes of hyper bullet.
Okay, it's 10:56. So
that would be
so let me tell the players that they can start their games.
Interesting match. And the question we always have to ask ourselves in these type of things is, who has been playing faster in the 5+1, right? Who has been the one putting pressure on the clock?
And it was actually.
I'm not sure we have a solid answer to that.
Well, it seemed like.
Yeah, probably Michael.
Probably Michael.
I guess, but.
Oh, and they're returning to this line, so.
Yeah, depending on the game. Okay, so. Okay, Black plays an improvement. Maybe I think Black looked up his prep. He looked up not to allow
The knight to go to
like
c6.
not to allow knight e5 and knight c6, right? And he is not lost out of the opening. Bold knight c.
Wow! Whoa!
You know, as soon as I say it, right? As soon as I say it,
That's
right?
that's called the commentator's curse.
It's the commentator's curse. What can I say?
Yeah, yeah. You cannot make these claims.
Wow.
Wow.
That's unfortunate. Just allowing knight c6. Yeah, this is what I mean, right? Just the one movers from Spencer. He seems very positionally strong, but Michael just has those little tactics that unfortunately it just takes him the game, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely.
If I'm white, I want to trade pieces. Honestly, I want to keep it really simple, right? Rook c1, bishop e3. Like,
Oh, yeah. I like
if
it.
I
Rook
can just
c1.
get into the endgame, I mean, Michael's spending some time here.
And it's really hard to like generate any sort of counterplay here. Like what do you even like how do you even try?
Yeah, White's king is surprisingly safe with all these pawn moves that he's made. Say what you will, but king is hard to attack. How do you give a check ever? Difficult. Knight c4 will be. I mean, you can just meet it with b3. I think. I don't see any issue with that one. Okay, maybe bishop a3 is the idea, but I just take on c4 as white. Yeah, Michael plays it. Okay, so black gives up 2 tempi and allows white to play b3. Maybe black is claiming he's provoked b3 from white. Oh, a little. Oh, wow. That's a nice one from Michael. That's a nice one.
Let me
Knight
see.
takes b5. Idea takes back. White will play rook takes c5, utilizing the back rank.
Wow. Yep.
I did not spot that one from afar, I must say. I did not. Not at 11 p.m. Right? Not at 11 p.m. And now the unfortunate part is like the B pawn is super weak, so white will be up. White will be up in exchange and 2 outside pass pawns, which I mean,
Michael is
if I'm
warming
Spencer,
up.
I'm resigning.
Michael is warming up for the Blitzorama at Moravian University tomorrow. I actually don't remember the specific time.
Plug.
I think it's early. I think it's late morning. Do you know what
Something
time of
like
the day?
10, 11 o'clock.
10, 11
Yeah,
o'clock?
like
Okay,
that.
yeah. So, yeah.
Yep.
You guys, I can, actually, let me put the TLA in the chat. Actually, now that I think about it. After I add
I'm sure
the new
the one
timer.
person watching will love that.
Yes. Okay, and the second time control timer is on the stream now. It will be, there's less than 26 minutes left of the second time control. And let's see.
So Spencer repeating his bishop d3 line in the Sicilian. Very strange. Maybe this is some prep. I don't know. But Michael has not struggled with it at all, and honestly, I think he's better now already. Right, white has this awful bishop. And black's light square bishop is not as bad as it could be. Now, that being said, if white can put a knight on d6 or f6, things may change. But it seems to me like it's very difficult to put a knight on f6. And a knight on d6 can maybe just be played around. Especially if black decides to go for an f6 break here very quickly.
There you go, in the chat. It made the chessboard lag for the stream, but it was worth it. But Blitzorama.
Wonder if that's worth it.
And I'm just replaying the game for the stream here to get them up to date. Wow, f4, e5 on the board, and then, whoa. Okay, I finally caught up.
The annoying part for white here is knight f3 is met by queen takes f4.
Another positional concept that is a bad bishop on c8. The center pawns are on light squares.
Well, I mean, might not be bad for so long, right? Black has several ways of getting the bishop better.
That's true. That is true.
One is bishop a6, bring it to this long diagonal, and another is just trying to push d4. Now, that's probably no longer on the cards, post-queen trade, but...
Wow, I love... Ooh. Yeah, can Spencer...
Yeah, white has been able to really... Spencer's really cementing a nice position here. Now black gets his bishop to e4,
Okay.
but...
Oh, you can't double up,
Spencer's
which is...
It's putting some pressure.
Man, I would love to play Rook
That's
C2
true.
here
You
if it
can't
didn't
double
hang.
if I'm right. Yeah, Rook C8. Just play Rook D1.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, I love that. I love that so much. Oh, smart move. Rook B4.
Might be a good chance for Spencer to get on the board.
Absolutely.
He might be able to do it. You never know. E3, right? Put all the pawns in dark squares. Keep the weaknesses.
Oh, connect. Oh my gosh, connects 4. Wait, how long has he had this connect 4? Oh, for like a move.
Just one move.
Oh my gosh.
Just one move. You never know. If sometimes you're playing chess and suddenly, the game changes. The objective. Sometimes it's connect 4. It's nice to just cement it really, whenever you can.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. Now, if he could get his knight to d6 and his rook on c7 and his rook on b8, then we're talking about connect 7, which is also impressive.
Wow, we're talking about mate in that case. We're talking about rook takes f7 mate in that case. But now White's big question, can he play a3? He chooses not to because it's very scary. But if he could play a3 and force the rook to move, he would have just a gorgeous position. But
so knight
a3, I think, would be met by a takes b3, and a quick b2 and b1.
Oh, okay. But Spencer goes for whoa.
Wow. He does it anyway. He does it anyway.
Oh, dude, no. Wow.
Oh my gosh. And there's no way to stop b1 queen without giving up a rook. He must give up his extra rook. Can he just play a3? I mean...
I like that move.
But what else are you going to do, honestly?
I think it makes sense. And he goes for it.
He does it. Wow. I should be playing Guess the Move.
Well, we got... There's one chess.com player who is guessing the move. I actually... Mm-hmm. No way, the rating is
291 player, it looks like.
Yeah, I was like,
solid.
Is that really
very
possible?
Solid.
That is very solid.
Good stuff. It is indeed. It's very possible.
That's amazing.
Do not spite the 200 rated players. Or almost 300. Sorry, he's going for 300.
Yeah.
Do not spite them.
Yeah. I mean, guess the first move wrong, but I hope we get the second one.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Wow. Okay.
How does White make progress?
Okay, so White
Can
is...
I play knight c6? Knight c6 rook a4, king c5, bring the king in. I feel like Spencer just has to go for it, right?
Yeah.
He just has to...
Oh, he's low on time. Oh, hey, I did not realize how low on time he is.
He is quite low on time. He doesn't have those extra 2 minutes anymore, and he chooses to go for it. Okay, but this way there's a rook trade, which I'm not...
Is he going to repeat?
So Michael repeats. I would play knight c6. I mean, knight c6, there's d4. I would not play knight c6.
Okay, they repeat.
They draw. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I mean...
A draw for the cost of 4 rating points for Michael.
I know. Spencer increases his score by 50%. However, unfortunately, that 50% is only half a point.
Okay, so...
We repeat this, Caro. Spencer looked up his prep. He did. I'm telling you. I hope we get the players in for an interview and we ask him, did you look up your prep? And he will say yes.
What if he says no?
He looked in his file. He looked in that good old opening Explorer. I'm sure he will not say no. That's funny. He's improved on every opening. Now, unfortunately, in the Catalan that Michael just played, it did not help because he was down in exchange right away. But you know, what can you do?
Try again. That is
Try
that,
again. That is what you can do. You know what they say: if at first you don't succeed, skydiving is not for you. That's what they say.
oh yes, that that
Very,
that sounds about right.
that's a common, it's a common one. Yeah, yeah. It's very important to know.
Wow, this is a
And
crazy.
E5.
Wow.
This is always a crazy line, right? Maybe you play knight e4 as well. Okay, but then there's queen f5. Interesting. It's
Something's
wild. Yeah,
happening.
I would just drop the bishop back. Quickly castle.
Maybe bishop
E4 is coming my
g5 with
way.
tempo and then castle.
Oh, I love bishop g5. You're totally right. Definitely bishop g5. I wanted to keep pressure on the e-pawn, but there was no reason. Bishop g5, yes. Castles and f4. I mean, f4 is coming. Okay, so black begs for a queen trade. Absolutely begs. Of course, white does not oblige. White's knights could become vicious. You can imagine one going to c4 and the other going to e4. I
Uh,
just want to castle as quickly as possible if I'm white, but he's
Spence
once more looking for something more concrete.
and Spencer is trying to activate his knights with f5.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, knight at f5. That's a great square. At g6 to cement the knight? Or will he choose? Will he instead choose knight to d4? Oh, he chooses. Okay, but now f4 from white? I mean, black's king is in the center. I just want to blow it up. I just want to open it as much as possible.
If f4, can Spencer play f6?
F4. So yes, trapping the bishop, but then f takes e5 will attack once more the knight on f5.
Oh no! Yeah, I would have done that too. I would have done the exact same thing. I would
Rook
have.
takes f5. There is g4, but then there is queen d3 with a threat of rook takes f8. Michael plays this in
Wow.
real time, and if knight takes e5, rook takes e5 is again with
A
check. So
castle queenside.
everything covered.
Wow. Look at these pawns. Look at those. Look
Probably.
at those d5 and e5 pawns. They have made it
Yeah, this
past
is
at
like the end.
black's
I mean,
defenses.
knight f4 from white even. First of all, defends the queen on d3. Second of all, hits g6.
Ugh. Yeah, it's
Okay, he
ugly.
chooses e6. Is there knight e5? There is, but I'm sure it does not save the game for black. White will
Wait,
still win. Queen b5
95.
check.
Then.
Oh yeah, there is queen b5.
Oh yeah.
Queen b5 and rook takes e5.
Yeah, this looks lost.
Or perhaps even better, knight e5, queen b5, king d8, just take on b7, threatening mate in one on d7. So
Wow.
if you that is. Oh no, the knight will control d7, but there will be mates.
But yeah, just
I'm
check
quite
and win the
sure of
queen
this.
in this.
Yeah, can't go wrong. Winning a queen, rook f8 check, and Michael does it. Very nicely spotted. And d6.
Oh,
D6,
d6
please.
too.
Yes,
Oh man.
that's the knife. That's the
Wow.
knife.
Dude.
Yep.
Excellent,
Wow.
excellent game.
That's just annihilation. Annihilation from Michael.
Yeah, we may see Spencer switching up in the bullets, or maybe even later in another.
Eloy Lopez.
Oh wow.
Oh, we're seeing an endgame. Okay. Michael usually plays the Archangel when he plays the Roy Lopez, but today he chooses the endgame. The open Spanish, if you will.
Oh man, so many Spanishes.
So many Spanish. I know watching the candidates, it's just Spanish. And we're seeing some candidates level play in this match, I must say.
Yeah. Yeah,
High level
absolutely.
stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I must comment. It seems to be Spencer who is up on the clock in each game.
Yeah, he
Um,
is playing fast. And also,
so he's been speeding up.
also before Knight F3 was played, I love how many pieces were on the E file. That was a lot of pieces.
White
Vi-
should play Queen E2, Rook E8, Rook E1.
yes, yes, yes,
That's
yes.
good stuff.
But the players disagree. Now they're just
They disagreed. White did not want to allow Queen E2, Knight F4. Little scary. Just a little scary.
Understandable.
Spencer looking to put a knife on F5, as they say.
Knight F5.
Looking for it. I like Spencer's position. I really do. Michael has a ton of holes. Can he strike?
Knight D4 makes a lot of sense, but I don't.
Michael allows it.
Whoa! Wait, that's a fork.
I wonder if this was a sacrifice. Yeah, Michael allows knight c6. I wonder if this is a sacrifice or simply a blunder. Maybe he just overlooked it.
Blunder
Maybe he thought he had
schmunder.
nothing better. I don't know.
No.
Blunder schmunder indeed.
Yeah, blunder.
Treat them all like positionals. It is a Petrosian-esque exchange sacrifice.
Yes, yes.
Very positional.
Sacrifice,
Very
no.
well thought out.
I prefer activity. Yes, I prefer activity.
Exactly. I love this plan from White. Rook e3, Rook g3. Look at that.
That was awesome. That was awesome. I love that.
That's very cool. Very far down the line, the rook becomes useful. Now, as White, I would love to play Queen d2, threatening knight takes h6. However, Black will play Rook d8 just in time. It's very unfortunate. But okay, White should have a lot of ways to keep the pressure, right? Like, just swivel the queen to the king side. Queen
Oh,
e2.
Queen C1.
Ah, he does a better
Same thing.
C1.
Wow.
Very nice. He plays a better version of it. I mean, can Black just play, something on f4, knight f4, queen f4?
Don't blunder the
Please
queen.
do not miss knight e2, Spencer. Please, I'm begging you.
Maybe just queen.
For the fans.
Queen e3.
It's for the fans.
Queen e3 looks fine. Maybe.
Looks fine to me. I agree.
Queen e3, and now you still have the threat if the knight moves. So the knight is kind of pinned in that sense.
I love it.
So
great guess.
Ooh.
Great guessing. Knight is pinned in that sense. Knight takes g7 as a threat.
Oh.
Didn't even see that.
I did not even think about that.
Yeah. Okay, Michael wants to trade rooks. He spots that rook takes d8, queen takes d8, queen takes f4 is not possible because of the back rank mate.
Man, I feel like we've been seeing a lot of back rank mate threats and tactics and stuff.
Michael just keeps, he really wants to prove he knows those tactics.
He knows the pattern very well.
He knows it. He's extremely good with it. Now, we do have to remember, White's up in exchange. So
yeah,
he can just trade stuff off, right?
And
he is threatening the knight.
Yeah, and Spencer is still doing great on time as well.
He is. Yeah, he's really putting pressure.
Michael knows the pattern very well. Very well.
now queen e5 might have been a good idea.
Oh, queen e5. That's an interesting. Huh. Wow, you're right.
I mean, you can still play it. Or knight f5. Oh my gosh, this is kind of disgusting for Black.
Okay, he goes with your plan. Knight f5.
Oh gosh. Now all I see is knight e6, but that runs into knight takes h6. So this is quite bad. Quite bad for Black.
Wow. Okay, the check.
Can Michael cook something up? Queen h5? Is that what he's going for?
Knight takes h6, like you were saying. Oh, okay.
Okay, threatening knight h7, or alternatively, sorry.
Queen b8.
Something takes on g7, knight g7, or is rook g7? It should be, right?
He's going for it.
All right, Spencer proves that he knows the tactics. How does Michael defend? He sacrifices the queen. He goes into the two pieces endgame, but
Okay.
with his bust out, just collect. Just nom nom from white.
Waka 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 waka. Okay, he resigns. Okay.
Just like that, Spencer gets on the board again. 2.5, 8.5.
Okay. If he can try to lessen that gap, if he can get it to 4, then he realistically in the bullet equal rating. It's possible. It's gonna be difficult, but it is possible to make a crazy comeback. So, but he needs to lessen this gap.
Happen. He's playing. Michael is now playing a very spicy Caro-Kann, knight f3 and knight e5, but it peters out into something quite normal. Unfortunately.
Well, I'm actually gonna instant rewind here. Wow. Knight 95. Okay. So yeah, I guess the idea is to go knight f5. What's the idea of knight e7?
Knight f5 or knight g6? Not sure.
Oh, is knight e7 to try to add? Yeah, like knight g6, like you were saying, is it because the king is kind of naked without a knight helping to defend?
Could be. It could be that black doesn't want to allow knight takes c6, right? He had the idea of f6. Honestly, I probably would have played f6 on the previous turn. Michael going for this rook lift idea. I mean, this is just. He must be calculating bishop takes h7.
Whoa.
He has to.
Okay, he decides to do.
Okay, he chooses
Whoa.
this move order. Instead.
Wow. Queen? Check.
Queen h5 forces g6. I mean, also you can just take on e5.
Oh.
But then king e8, maybe the king runs away. So I'd like to play queen h5 g6.
But if the king runs away, then you take the bishop, right? Then your sacrifice is justified. But okay, queen g6 immediately. Wow.
Yeah, but I really want the mate. That's what I want. Yeah, this is the line I was looking at. He goes for it. I can just say that whenever.
This is scary. Okay, well he won the.
Yeah, this is the line I was looking at.
He won the piece back, right? Oh no, he just has pawns.
Oh,
look at the bishops in jail. The bishops committed crimes.
Rook h7 is coming. Both bishops are in jail. You must go bishop e7 as black, right?
I don't see.
Bishop c7 looks very scary. So rook h7 threatens bishop g5. King c6, maybe c4 from white. Okay, maybe not. c4 opens up some queen d4.
Oh, he does it though. Does it anyways.
Okay, risky from Michael. I mean, I'm definitely taking if I'm black, right? I must.
Yeah, I don't see what else. So what's so scary about taking? Is it because rook c1 comes, and if b5 then b3?
Rook c1, I think there's queen takes d4 check.
Oh, you're right. That
was my main issue with c4. I'm not sure. Also, black will win king of the hill quite quickly.
Quite true.
Sometimes,
Quite true.
Very quickly.
That's one thing the players were not told about, was that this is actually king of the hill, and this is going to be the first time this is relevant. So, okay.
Exactly.
Maybe after
he chooses rook g8.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow.
Hides the king.
What?
This is creative.
Wow.
My gut instinct is queen d3.
Queen. Oh, makes sense.
Queen takes d5. Queen takes d5. Threatening mate on g2. Don't hang mate, Michael. Don't do it. You know you want to, but don't.
Michael has complete board vision. He will not blunder that, but maybe he will.
I'm trying to commentate his curse him. Was that your goal?
Oh.
Maybe. You just want to win this match. I see.
Yeah. For the fans, for the Carnegie Mellon lovers out there.
It's all for the fans.
The Spencer lovers out there.
I mean, given the amount of time that he's taken, I imagine he missed this move. But okay, g3.
But okay. Yeah.
But okay, maybe bishop g5. White maybe bishop takes g5. But okay. Um,
But okay.
yes. In the bullet, I should start commentating like Komarov. I'm sure everyone would enjoy that.
Komarov?
Stay. So Komarov was a Russian commentator who would very
Uh,
frequently in his thick Russian accent just say every move that was being played.
but okay.
Um,
Yeah.
very funny. If you look up those old like World Blitz Championship videos, it's always him commentating. It's quite funny. Anyway, it looks like A5. Looks like
Is Rook A3 coming?
oh, another two rook lifts in one game. Oh my gosh.
Do you
A
even
man
lift?
after my own heart.
Do
Do you even lift, bro? Exactly.
Michael
Here's a
lives.
funny line. Rook A3, bishop takes D2. Rook B3 check, king A7. Queen takes D2, queen takes B3, and I'm perpetual with queen A5, queen C7, queen A5, queen C7. Anyway, these are the kinds of things. Oh, queen takes E5. Queen takes E5. No.
All
Okay.
right, Michael's so low on the clock. He has 1/4 the time that Spencer has.
He's been spending. It's hard to play with the initiative. He has been spending so much time. Oh, and he's in trouble. How do you stop?
Wait. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, he goes for king walking his own. The double. Both kings are walking. Both kings. Oh my god.
Is he getting mated?
How do you?
Bishop F3 is coming, or something like that.
What's happening? Oh my god. Wow.
Oh my god, Michael must be crying. 2 in a row from Spencer.
This is exactly what Spencer needs.
Michael goes back to Old Faithful. Oh,
Wow.
knight C6. He goes back to his Taimanov.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
so-
Wow.
An immediate knight takes C6 is not supposed to be very challenging from White.
Challenging,
But-
smallaging.
You know?
Yeah.
Something like that.
And by the way, we only have about a minute and a half left of the second time control, so this is most likely will be the last game. So we will consult the players after this game, and most likely they will take the 5-minute break and before the bullet portion.
Yeah. Yep. Now, last time I said that it was the last game of the section, I was there was a very swift checkmate, some would say.
Unlikely this will happen in this particular position, but you never know.
I agree.
Like knight d5 and queen takes h2 mate. It could be happen, but I doubt that will.
Honestly, knight g4 would kind of force g3. Isn't that what black wants? Maybe I would play knight g4.
I think it makes
I think
sense.
Michael is considering it. Maybe he's considering it.
Yeah.
I can't speak for. We could ask him after the match.
Ooh, what about like knight g4 and then knight e5 and then bishop h3?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Force these light squared weaknesses and take advantage. But Michael chooses no. He chooses, I will play like a normal human. I'll get my pieces out. Typical.
Human schmuman moments.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
All right.
Spencer on another positional grind. Play knight d4. Oh yes.
Wow.
He had that one cooked up.
He has seen this pattern before. He has.
He knew what he wanted. He knew the pattern.
Wow, bishop
Now,
g4.
just don't move your rook away from the d file, please. I beg of you. Or play f3. Please no f3. Okay, nice. Good stuff.
Okay. So yeah, I guess so. We've seen Spencer like really like to play against the IQP. Like he really likes it.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Seems like it. Yeah, he's just like you.
I know it's amazing, but like a better version of me that can make it to the
It
quarterfinals.
depends on the day. It depends on the day. You got a tough match. You got the 1 seed.
Number two, actually, but not. But yeah, Mitch and Jeffrey are very close
Oh,
though. Mitch
you
and
got the 1 seed by USCF rating.
that's
By
true.
far. By far.
Uh,
Yeah,
oh,
so
I love Rook
no
C6.
offense to Jeffrey. Rook C6 is very pretty.
Do you
Now,
just
any rook move is a discovery. Not really a discovery, but will threaten knight C6. So knight C6 is being threatened. I once again am not a fan of Michael's position. I must say.
yeah, it's amazing. Like I think Michael has only won one game or oh
Yeah,
one game,
he's
one
down
draw
and
in
he's
the
down in the section 2.5, 1.5. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So Spencer really fighting back here. Um,
I just want to play knight C6 and just collect another pawn if I'm white. I don't think it's gonna work out, but I do want to. So I
I
have a tactic. I have a little tricky trick.
yeah.
Okay, rook takes a8, rook takes a8, knight c6. Let's say black defends the pawn, like queen c5. Queen takes d5.
Ooh, 97 check. Ooh,
Um,
I love
the
that.
problem is it hangs the a2 pawn, and that ending is a draw. But it's funny,
It
so
it
take your pick.
it is
Take your
funny.
pick. It's whatever you want, right?
Second time control is over now. So after this game, we will take a quick pause and talk to the players a little bit before the third time control.
Good stuff. Can we get him in for an interview? I want to hear the interview. Can we do that?
Yeah, we can definitely ask them.
Excellent.
We can definitely
Great.
ask them.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I like the interview.
Midnight interview.
Midnight interview. Yes. Spencer really taking his time here. Um, what is he worried about?
Spending a lot of it. Well, Michael's pieces are pretty active. I don't know. It's a little.
Yeah.
I would love to play rook d1. Maybe he's worried about rook e2. Maybe he's worried about the queen. Oh, rook d1. Maybe there's queen g4.
Oh wow! Excellent find.
Michael finds
Knight e3, but the rook takes. Oh.
You can go. I was gonna say you could go queen f1, but that hangs it.
Wait.
Okay, just knight takes a3 check.
Yeah. Spencer blundering in a short time, and the low time. So.
Yeah, it's all about the scramble. It's all about the scramble, as they say. What to do? What to do? Oh my. Okay. Wow. And the queen hangs.
Okay, let me talk.
Skip the break. No more looking up prep for Spencer or Michael, for that matter. But
Yep. The break has been skippeth. The skippeth thou'st break.
something they call him Shakespeare. They call him Nathan Shakespeare. All right. Looks like a QGA from Spencer. I've dabbled in this a little bit. Well, I've dabbled maybe in everything. That's beside the point.
Dabbled in everything. The master of dabbles.
Mm-hmm. Master of none, some would say. Practically this seems, well, it's difficult to deal with for white. This e5 square is quite strong. Maybe I like black? I don't know. Very interesting. Some quick moves we see. Black is kind of taken over this game. Black, wow. Spencer is doing a good job. He's proving proving his bullet rating. He's doing it. Maybe Michael should watch out.
All right, I apologize to any of the future or present viewers. I was fixing the time control timer, so the browser probably was not updating. But in this game, we see,
No.
but yeah, update us, recap what's happened in this game so far, if
Well, we've seen
possible.
a lot of trades. You know, we went into an end game. Black has a very strong knight on
Wow,
e5, and Black has actually won the game as Michael hung his queen.
wow.
The Alekhine from Michael. He's playing.
Oh, this is what I also
Correct
play.
opening for Black.
Wow.
It is. I wonder if he is using this as a reference. Oh, and Spencer goes for the most aggressive possible.
Wow,
Nice.
c6.
The four pawns attack. Tell us about the theory here. Do you know anything?
No, all I know is you put the 4 pawns. Pawn tsunami. As I say. You pawns?
Oh, do you play this as white?
Yeah. As white, yeah. So,
Oh, I thought you meant you played this as black. I was gonna say enlighten us, please enlighten.
oh no. No.
But okay.
No. But I love myself some 4 pawns, some pawn tsunami stuff. So I love to see it.
Spencer he's down 5, but he's had amazing positions in these last 2 games.
Yeah.
Like this could go really wrong for black really fast.
Yeah,
That being said, I don't see the clear.
There's no
Clear
threat.
killer for white.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really. Maybe knight f7, knight h6, but something like that.
He's going for
He
it.
goes for it.
Nice. Knights, I should say.
Never again, please. I kid.
Whoa.
Michael
Bishop move.
throws in an h2 check for a reason that I don't understand, but I'm
Oh,
sure he has his reason.
I guess he didn't want his bishop to be taken on e5, I guess. But knight g.
Interesting.
Going targeting the
So
e6
knight-
pawn,
So
maybe.
targeting e6. Oh, queen of fate. Maybe. And take on e6 at the end. Anyway, would have
Oh,
been a nice tactic.
Wow.
Saw that one. That would have been a funny one.
I did not see that
I
one.
spent probably 20 seconds calculating that in bullet and probably lost the game.
Ooh, timely rook f7.
Very timely. I still love White's position. This is gorgeous.
Oh man, he didn't have enough time to take on f8. But
Simply exquisite. Bishop g4, right? Use your last piece. Threatening bishop takes c6.
ooh, okay. Not threatening knight a6. Okay, but doesn't have enough time.
Still
do
threatening
it.
knight a6.
Okay.
Michael is very resilient, I must say. He's defending super well.
Yeah, I know. I thought.
Spencer's making him defend, that's for sure. Oh, he has some background stuff, as usual. As usual, Michael with the background.
He is aware of the pattern. He
knows the pattern. He
Okay.
really wants.
Oh,
but
repetition?
this,
No,
White is
no repetition.
White's just killing.
Wait, how do you break
don't
through?
Know don't know how. Okay, rook e4. Rook e4.
Queen trade.
Trading into the endgame. Okay.
Oh no! Oh! Okay, bullet time. Oh, the pre-move did not work out. Oh man.
Oh, the scramble is real. Don't repeat. Okay, good.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay, rook b4 check.
Oh,
Or
almost.
something like this.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Michael has 1 pawn left. This is probably objectively a draw. But side with the knight can often be a bit tricky. Wait.
Oh, okay. He's not.
Oh, now
Wait.
black is.
Wait a second.
Draw.
Wait. Hold up. Is this okay? Nah, he's gonna find
This
it.
is a clean. This is a very clean draw. Very clean draw. Extremely clean.
Okay.
Extremely clean draw. The knight dances. Everyone take notes on this one. The knight simply dances around. A 1-second increment is enough for this. And there we have it. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. That was probably the most fun game of the match, I must say.
Man.
Very back and forth.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Okay.
Michael back to the advanced carrow that has served him so well. He's playing a different line though.
Spencer would have loved another win there to try to lessen the gap to just 4, but at this point, it's almost, I don't want to say mathematically impossible, but I'll leave the
Yeah,
math to the
it's
math majors, but it's getting really tough.
I hate those guys, but it doesn't seem like it's happening. Somehow white's have a queen. Can we talk about this? How did white
Wow.
get the queen?
Wait, yeah, let me
A
let me
queen for 2 pieces was sacrificed. We missed. So we blinked and we missed it. We
Oh,
blinked and we missed it.
yes, yes. Okay,
King E8.
I went back to find it, but
This is mate. Oh yeah, Michael is.
wow, okay.
This one's.
He fought back.
This advanced carrow is serving him so well, Michael.
I will say, I think this is the.
Scotch. Oh.
I think this is the first time we've seen a player be lower rated in blitz, but higher rated in bullets. Like this is a. I mean, of course, they're basically the same.
What about my match?
Oh yeah.
Although I guess we flipped. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. We were very close in both.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's
no,
true.
I think my bullet was much worse. No, my bullet was like 200 points low rated.
Wait, really? Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Another quick one. I didn't even look.
Wow, dude. Yeah, that was so quick.
He's just whipping them out. He's just going.
Yeah,
just win after win.
Wow. Whoa. That's a really interesting maneuver.
At some point.
96, 95.
Some do.
I mean, yeah, we see a bomb.
3 moves trading off the bishop.
We saw a bomb cloud in the very first match. I wonder if Michael ever stooped there. That would be fun to watch.
Could happen. Could happen. Oh, the exchange. But maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe Michael wants to get queen h5.
What's the
queen g5 or queen h4, which are identical.
I did not realize that threat.
I like queen h4 better because in this position you would have knight g5 and
oh yeah,
killing black, but can't put the knight where the queen is. So of course this is very difficult to see in bullet.
On the bright side,
knight on e4 is threatened.
Yes.
Rook d1 counter threat.
Wow.
Spencer sacking the queen again.
He does not like queens. He is anti-queens.
No, this time he has 2 rooks, but it does not matter. His position is awful. I think that's fair to say. This
ooh, wow.
Rook on d8 for free. Free rook.
Rook schmuck.
A rook. Rook schmuck. All right, what opening will Michael play? He plays the carrow himself. He thinks he is extremely funny. Oh, they're whipping out theory. Oh, this is theory.
Oh yeah.
I know it. This is theory. Yep. Here we go. Knight d2. Very, very principled.
Yes.
I do not take on b7. Yep. Often in this line, the knight will come around to they'll bring the knights to e7 and d7 and things like that.
Oh.
White's just going for it. White's just going.
Gotta do it. Gotta go for it. At the very least, you gotta end with positive elo.
Rook takes f6 if you like. Yeah, he can elo farm Michael. Exactly. Exactly.
May not have won the match, but has won the war.
On f6 so bad. Please, rook ef1, please.
Oh yes.
Sack on f6. I need it.
Wow.
Please. He says no. He says no, Christopher. I will not.
Christopher
goes for the end game. Maybe 95.
Yep.
The horses are jumping.
The horsies.
They're jumping all around. Oh, the fork.
Wow.
No. And f6 check does nothing.
Wow.
And the rook. Oh. Oh
Okay.
no, Michael's just
Wow.
racking them up in the bullet. This is unfortunate. He plays d3 and e4, playing a
Uh,
King's Indian attack, some would call it.
I imagine there's a little bit of tilt going on probably with
I
this
don't
deep
like
in the
exploit
games.
this position, Michael, but yeah, I mean, this is pretty much over. What are we looking at for the match clock?
There are 3.5 minutes left. So
All right, so a
they've
couple
been
more.
zooming through these bullet games like nothing. Like
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they just go go go. Michael just sacked a pawn without even looking. Bishop takes c6. Oh my god,
oh wow.
that's dirty. Or should I say clean? It's one of them. Both players have more time than they started with, I'd like to point out. So maybe the 1 second increment is real. Alright,
Yes.
Spencer refusing to trade, also refusing to resign or anything like that. He chooses not to. She says play on. I would have played rook c7, which was a pawn in this case, but coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Facts.
Something like that. All right, the e6 pawn will hang. And a forced rook trade by Michael. That's the approach. And now he will not undouble his opponent's pawns. He will force his opponent to resign.
All right.
Excellent technique.
This
All right,
could.
we see the same. Oh, knight g. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I've never seen this.
Oh, he played knight g4 in one of the previous games, I think.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it was one of the ones I blinked and missed.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Was the bishop on c4 not just hanging? It was.
Wow.
C4 was hanging.
I blinked and missed that.
Okay. Michael trusted his opponents too much.
Oh.
Oh no!
Wow.
Spencer gets a dirty one.
Man,
Very funny.
these players are playing so fast in the bullet. It is actually insane.
Yeah, they're just whipping it out. They're whipping out the openings. You know?
Like it's nothing.
It's the only option. Like it's nothing. Like a hot knife through butter. Which makes no sense here. But they're doing it.
Yes.
They're doing it anyway. Will we see Greek gift? No, is my prediction.
Let's see here.
This is fancy. Trading the knight on f4 for the knight on e4.
Yeah, you kind of have to go for it because knight f6 looked like a threat. So.
Indeed.
All right. This has been the most calm game in the bullet.
Making left. By far. By far. Maybe the players have petered out the match. They've done everything they can do.
There is 40 seconds left of the match clock, so this will most likely I don't want to jinx it, but this will most likely be the last game.
Don't do what I did. Don't do it.
Okay, he did not blend me in one.
Both players want these batteries against the king. Rook c1. Yes, both players want to. They want to make some threats.
Batteries, get energized.
Looks like Spencer beat Michael to the punch. Get something like that. Yeah. Oh, the mate! Oh!
Oh my gosh, one game left. I have a feeling that.
You do.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
They're listening. Oh, Michael with the open Spanish again. Are we gonna see? Oh, we're gonna see the theory. Oh, maybe not.
Theory schmeary.
Okay, so
yeah,
something like this. Should be, yeah.
And this will be the last game. This is the last game of the match, so we'll try to get the players on if they're not already sleeping by the time we talk to them. So
they could be sleeping right now.
Yeah, the bullet is so ingrained in their soul that
they just do it.
They just do it.
It just happens. Now, I think usually White plays c3 in these positions, but I'm not an expert. Not an expert.
Wow. Bishop A2 and knight B3.
Class. Pure
Class.
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 All right. Will we see a mate on H7? What's the over/under? Probably not, but it'd be nice. It'd be funny.
Knight on
The
H7.
fitting conclusion to this match. Hey, mate on H7.
Oh, mate on H7. Oh.
There's a battery. Yep. Don't want to jinx Michael like that, but what can I say? After he plays the Alakine, I feel like I don't even know him anymore.
How could he?
Black is pressing. Black is milking this position. He's going for it.
Might as well.
He sees the back rank mate. He knows the pattern. Michael knows the pattern.
He's very familiar with the pattern.
He knows it. He knows the pattern. He can take the d file with his rook, but he chooses not to. He chooses to. Okay, good. I wonder if I was wondering if we'd see Queen C4 from Spencer just trading.
Wow. Yeah, it's very.
It's hard to stop. He gives a check seemingly for no reason.
Yeah, what do you even do?
Does this not lose the queen? No, it seems not to. Wow.
The king is on a walk.
Maybe the king will run. Run, king, run. If king c4, there was rook takes c2, so he chooses to block with the queen and play the endgame, but
the endgame
Black is winning.
Yes.
Black's winning.
Did not seem like a good endgame.
F5.
Oh, the pre-moves.
Maybe rook h3, rook c3, maybe rook takes h7. Yes.
Threaten mate, see what happens. He didn't fall for it.
Threatening mate. That's true. Now rook a7.
Ooh, you threatened mate again.
Will we see a peaceful end to the match? Will we see it?
It would be a nice ending.
Wait, you can trade rooks.
Whoa, no! One move away.
Michael lose. Michael, he must be losing here. You can just give up the queen for the pawn and push. Just push. What are you doing? Sack.
Okay, let me talk to the players.
Excited to have the players join us. It should be fun. Lehigh coming in clutch with the premium for some reason.
Yes, Lehigh coming in clutch. So we will have the players joining us on stream in a moment. I don't know if I should change the scene to fit everybody on camera. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Might as well. We'll see. Michael, congratulations.
Sorry, taking a while.
Can't hear you.
Oh, I'm muted. I love doing that in all my classes. Yep.
Indeed.
Thank you for commentating. It's cool. I will look
Of course. Yeah, you can look at it after and laugh at all the tactics we missed.
You can laugh at all the tactics that I missed. I mean,
I found some funny moves. I'm not sure many of them were good, but they were funny.
as long as
that's
funny.
always nice.
Did you see
That's
it?
correct.
Not correct opening for black.
I did see that,
I
and
was like lost the whole game.
You should rewatch the commentary. Yeah, you were lost most of the game. Yeah, Spencer played a great game as white. I wonder when will he have him in the Zoom?
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. Let me see. He was gonna join, but I think
Where
I might
is
have.
he?
I might have. Let me join back here.
Do you? Well, there's echo.
There is echo.
Right, let me text him to see if we can get him on here. So
He seemed quite happy to chat with us. There he is.
awesome. Cool.
Hello.
So long. I had to update Zoom.
Oh,
Oh, that makes sense.
No worries.
Yeah,
No
yeah, yeah.
worries.
Okay. Is Michael on?
yeah,
Yes.
that's me. Hi.
It
Yes.
is.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Yeah, I mean,
I really thought I played decently at some points, but
yeah,
maybe nerves or something. I just started hanging pieces left and right. So
I liked your position in many of the games. Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm just getting like lost in
yeah,
the game.
I somehow got back on some of them, and then I just like hung a rook or hung a queen or something. Yeah.
I mean, it happens. Yeah, I think you were like nervous at first. At first, like I know you hung like two pieces in the first two games, but then after that, you started playing like really strong.
And then
Mhm.
after that, I just
That
started
third
to
game. Oh my
that
god.
I was so excited after that third game. I was
Michael, I want to tell you, I
celebrating.
predicted f4,
Really?
and then I said white is so much better, and then white was not so much better after a little bit.
I don't
That was
know.
very clean
To
from
be
you.
fair, I
was
think
good.
White is winning there. It's just something I don't
Yes.
know what
I don't
happened.
know. At a certain point, like my whole entire king side was just paralyzed, and like everything was like on E1, H1. Like
Yeah.
it was good. Had the
I
piece.
thought I also thought C4 or what was it? B4 for me. I was just like celebrating from that move because
That was
I
class.
thought
Yeah.
like
Pure
you could put a
class.
brilliant on that or something. It was yeah, but that yeah, I'm happy that I at least played one, high quality game.
Yeah.
I feel like I got late after that. I just kept getting outplayed in the opening, so I need to review my openings, which is something
Yeah.
I needed to do
Could
for
I
a
ask the
while now.
players a question? What was your opening strategy? We kept switching back and forth. Does anyone have
Yeah,
any indication?
so I don't really have that many openings. I know a lot of players at or above my level play, 3 or 4 different openings for Blitz and Bullet, but uh, I really I haven't studied theory in a while, and I also don't have that much to study, so I just kind of kept playing similar things. But I did take a little bit of time over the break to figure out some of the theory, which is why I was playing so different at some points right after that break, because I just went to
Yeah.
retest and said, okay, how do I not blunder this immediately? And I still
I
blundered it
actually,
immediately just later.
I will say I called this during the match that you checked your prep because you came back with the same lines that you tried at the beginning, but with a nice, you know, a new
Yes.
little wrinkle or something like
More,
that.
yeah,
So I thought that was
more
funny.
theory or, just,
Yep.
more
Yeah.
solid or
This
something. Yeah. I
exactly.
kind of panicked because for some reason I couldn't really figure out that Sicilian line. I've never been able to
It was really weird.
deal with
The
it.
move. I was like,
I
okay, what do I do now? I don't know.
Yeah, I used to play when you'd play knight c6. I used to play knight takes c6 and e5, but I realized that that's just not great.
Doesn't that
I,
hang a pawn to
I
queen a5?
Yeah, yeah. So exactly, I realized that during the match, and I've blundered that a lot of times during blitz games. So I play e5 and other similar openings in the Sicilian. So I just kind of looked over it like one day 6 months ago and said, okay, just thinking about it, I could do that. Yeah. But no, I can't. So I have to think of something different. And yeah, that's where I just said bishop d3 maybe, and hopefully I get a solid position. But yeah, being out of theory there kind of sucks. So
Yeah, I
I
know.
need
I
to
mean,
study.
Bishop D was smart though. Like, I didn't like we got like a playable position that like plenty play. Like, I had this isolated queen pawn, right? And you can always put pressure
Yeah,
on IQP. So like we both
I
have like,
thought that.
but
Yeah, I thought that endgame with two pawn, me having 2 pawns on the queen side is white versus you having that protected pass pawn on d file. I thought that endgame was really interesting.
oh yeah,
I wondered like the evaluation of that was because I definitely I threw that game, didn't I?
yeah. I
I don't
played it.
remember.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was just a repetition because I couldn't really do anything. I wanted to play something, but like I was trying to do like king like during that repetition I wanted to do king c5 and then knight c6 but that didn't work and then I said okay maybe I can move my rook out of the way so then I could move king c5 and then get my king in but then you just play rook c7
Mm.
immediately and get the open file so unfortunately I thought I had something there but unfortunately it seems like I just kind of was at a stalemate maybe I could have done
I
something
think
like
during the commentary, I was recommending maybe knight c6 before king c5. And this way, there's no
oh
check on c7. You
yeah
pave the way for your king to
Yeah.
move forward.
yeah I was well, I forgot what I was thinking, but I thought there was something wrong with like rook to a5. Uh, and I just had an irrational fear of kind of the rook getting in somehow. So I think that worked, but yeah, I just said like if he gets rook a5 or if he gets rook c7, then that's not ideal. So I just took the draw. I probably should have played on that. I think knight c6 probably was the most accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and in terms of my openings, I was just kind of trying to avoid theory for the most part. I really hated the position I got out of the Scotch Gambit. That went
Oh
before.
yeah,
Yeah,
I love
it's
playing the
Italians,
Scotch
I
Gambit.
think.
Even
So
against higher rated opponents, like when you were playing mainline theory, you're not supposed to castle, and you have to do bishop b6 first because you want to get c5 off when I trade the knights.
okay.
And that's why you got into that kind of that position. And I've seen even like up to 2300, 2500 level on chess.com, people still castle because they
Oh,
remember all
yeah.
the theory and they just forget to do one step further. And if they do bishop b6, then it kind of fizzles out into an even game in anybody's game. But I've noticed that it's so much theory that people think, okay, I get to this position and then I'm fine. They just have to do one more move. And I think it's kind of funny that they remember all of this theory just to mess it up on the last move, and then it kind of gets worse when I get my knight on c5.
Yeah, I didn't
So
consider bishop b6. It's smart. I just wanted to castle as possible play f6, but then I got like a horrible position. I was like, oh, this is fantastic. I love this for black. Yay.
Yeah, when its
yeah,
knight
I
was
played
cemented on c5, I thought it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that position. I've played that against a lot of people with good results. I actually yeah, I mentioned that I won 150 rating points in the tournament 4 rounds, and that was one of the positions that I got into that
That's
mainline
funny.
Scotch Gambit. So Scotch has really been my bread and butter. I'm trying to switch to the Roy Lopez though because it's fun and when it tricks people, it's really nice, but there's a lot more opportunity for black to kind of get control than white. Like instead of playing what was it? You can play bishop b5 check at some point. You could just even play h6, you can play d6. There's a lot of ways for black just to get into a really boring position where they know how to play. And once they get into that position, white kind of loses all of the advantage. So the Scotch is really just it's just foundationally like bad at a high level. But if I'm playing against somebody in even if in a classical tournament, if I'm playing somebody 1800 or lower, I'm gonna probably play the Scotch just because it's a lot of fun to play. I've been playing it for a while,
That's
so
fun.
Yeah.
And it's probably perfectly legit. It's an opening. Yeah, it's good.
yeah.
Hard
But
to-
yeah, this kind of shows me I need to review my theory for the Royal Opus too because I studied it like maybe 4 months ago, and I said, okay, I'm not playing in any tournament, so I'm probably not going to study this, and then I haven't studied it for a while. So
If you want to play something more classical but not fully switch, you could consider the Italian.
yeah,
And if your opponent plays knight f6, you play d4 and transpose into your
yeah,
Scotch
yeah,
gambit. If your opponent plays
they-
bishop c5, you can play more normal.
You can play
yeah,
c3 before stuff too, even if bishop c5, and you can if you
yeah.
want.
There's a bunch
Ah,
of
you
things that
can. That's true.
yeah. I remember another gambit that my coach recommended me. I'm forgetting the name, but it kind of looks really similar to the Scotch Gambit, and it does look to have better prospects as well for like an opening itself. Like it probably could survive higher ratings in classical tournaments. So I also should look at that, but I've just been swamped with first year of college, so
Yeah.
I haven't been able to. But hopefully this summer I can get back at it and do the grinding study that I did a couple of years ago. So
Wow, you're a first year student.
yeah, it's
Congrats on
I've been playing chess for a while, but I'm hoping to kind of take these 4 years to kind of get jump in skill. Uh, I know my coach kind of did something similar. He took only a couple of years and jumped a couple hundred ratings, so I'm hoping to get at least to 2200 by the end of my college
Wow.
kind of years. So we'll see. It'll be tough, but you know,
Cool.
Goals. You have goals.
Cool.
goals, yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm excited
I
to.
like your username.
Oh.
I will say that's the last thing I'll say. I like your username. Good stuff. Do you study math or was that old? I'm not sure.
Oh wait, who? Me?
Yours.
Mr.
Yours.
Math
Yeah,
Man.
yours, Spencer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I study physics. I do kind of.
Okay.
I've had an affinity for math.
Gotcha.
But I also like physics, so I
Mm.
had to go the physics route. But yeah,
It's
I
like
really
applied
like
math.
doing math, and I made that like ooh, it's been a while. I made that probably like 7 years ago, so that's
Yeah,
probably
you
why
must
the
have.
name is like that. Yeah, uh,
That's funny.
my brother's name is also my on chess.com is also really similar. We've just had it for so long that
Yeah.
we've never bothered to change it. But yeah, I think it's a funny name to keep around. Because it's kind of true. I do like math, so
Yeah, like if you you probably like math because there's a lot of it. Yeah.
That's
maybe.
all it is. Yeah.
Yeah, just a hunch.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to
But
say.
yeah, I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Or sorry, I was just gonna say I thought that was a good match. I wanted to do better in the bullet. I play 1-0 up for bullet usually,
Hmm.
so if I mess up like I did in those games, I could just play fast and hope. But I
Like
think the
Yeah.
1 second increment kind of threw me off from my usual bullet
Yeah, it's a very
play. So
different vibe.
yeah,
I noticed that we actually had like a bullet game before we actually played this match, and you actually beat me in that one. Pretty funny.
really, I didn't know.
that's funny.
Yeah. We randomly paired each other, and you beat me, so that was pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll see you just in a random bullet game again. I have a history with a lot of bullets, so I can usually recognize names. So we'll
Nice.
see.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. Yeah. Well, yeah, amazing match. I was saying that like oh my gosh, it's so close to Bullet, and like if Spencer could just like lessen the gap in the 3+1, then like he has a really good shot. But yeah, the 1 second increment does throw a lot of people off. It's not +2 and it's not flat, so it's somewhere in between. And I just want to say, Spencer, if you're there at the Carnegie Mellon tournament on October 5th, I'm so excited to meet you there in person. And Michael, I was viewing this as a warm up for your Blitzorama tomorrow at Moravian
Oh, you're
University.
Will you
So
be coming? You should come.
I'm actually in Scranton right now at a hotel. So for the PA Amateur Championship, but I hope if you hold any more tournaments, I can come. So yeah,
Okay, yeah.
just congratulations to
Yeah,
both of you.
excited to see you then, and I hope to do a bunch of other online tournaments with just Pittsburgh chess. So hopefully I see you soon with some of those.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Any final thoughts? Any of you guys would like to share? Chris, Michael, anybody?
No, it was great commentating your
Cool.
match, guys.
Yeah, thank you for doing
Thanks.
that. I'm sorry that
Great
like
play.
it was so late. I feel bad. They were like at midnight.
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
both my matches have been at 10, so I feel bad that we keep holding you to midnight, but
Oh, we're college students. What to do?
yeah,
Yeah.
We're up
it's
anyway.
a Friday too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good night, everybody. Good night, future and past viewers. All right.
Alrighty, have a good night. See ya.
Yep. See ya.